Okay, can you guys see the slide? All right, thank you so much. So, hello everyone. Good morning, kind of for the Tokyo people, or good afternoon, good evening, whatever you are. My name is Vivian Cole. I currently work as the UX manager at AXA Japan. It is an insurance company, a quite traditional field, and this is my first year as the UX manager here. So today, I'm not going to go into details of what I do as a manager or tips on how to build this career because, again, I'm just a first year. I actually thought I could share some maybe interesting insight and some honest reflection from my personal experience on leading while still learning what leadership means. So, go to the next one. So again, hello, I'm Vivian Cole. I was born and raised in Taiwan. I studied high school and university in the US. Then I moved to Japan 14 years ago because I wanted to pursue a career in design. So my journey actually started um, before, I mean, my journey before I become a UX manager, I studied advertising in the university. So right out of college, I was doing media planning in the ad agency. Then I wanted to do something more hands-on, more creative. So I went to a portfolio school in Japan for graphic design, then basically started my design career from them. And 6 years ago, I was hired as the first designer in AXA. Since then, I helped grow our team as a lead designer. And last October, I stepped into the management role for the first time. So very fresh out of the boat for the management position. So yeah, maybe first I would like to share why I become a manager in the first place. And to be honest, I'm not sure if anyone, especially designer, when you think about your career path, you are so excited that you'll be a manager one day. Actually, can I have show of hands if that is your goal? Like you want to be a manager one day, and you're excited about this. Any hands? Oh, there's some. Oh, I mean, sound like thumbs up. So okay, good. Because but at least out of I think the 24 people here, just like one. So I think when I talk to most designers, almost everyone I talk to, they love design. They want to continue to do designs, and they want to have an IC career. No one really think about like management. So to be honest, it was not my goal either to be a manager. At the time, I was working at the same product for many years, and I didn't really feel I was growing or being challenged much anymore. And there was this opportunity to step into the management role, so to step into something challenge, and I just simply took it. However, now I really believe the phrase "be careful of what you wish for" because I asked for more challenges, and oh man, I really feel what I get myself into. Um, it has been very challenging. So when I became a manager, I inherited a merged UX team. So we actually merged two UX teams within the company together. We used to be two different teams of designers. We were working in different products. We were actually in even different departments. We have very different work styles, histories, or workflow, and everyone was so deeply embedded in their own product teams, focused on their own work. There was no share goals, and which created a lot of tensions and confusion in the beginning. Also, I wasn't hired from outside. I was promoted internally. That means I had to shift from peer to manager. I think for me, it's a big identity change. And I think the same for my team member as well. So I, again, become from peer to become manager. And my company also never had a UX manager. So the designers were always part of other teams. Like we were part of marketing team, or we are part of product team with marketers or like developers, and managed by people who weren't designers and didn't know much about design. So as the first UX manager, I had no template, know-how within the company on how to build a UX team. So it was quite challenging for me. And when you ask me what leadership actually felt like, I really felt it's not just about leading others, it's about facing and learning yourself as well. For me, in the beginning, I thought stepping into the management role is the extension for my designer career. However, I felt being a manager require very different skills, and you are using different product brands. The thing I'm good at and I'm used to, which is designing, I don't really get to do that much anymore. I mean, I still do, but not that much anymore. I think now I spend more time on Excels and PowerPoint than Figma for sure. And everything is on the job training. It is not like there's a boot camp for people management. Especially, I feel many things are through experiences and trial and errors. So, as a manager, you're also dealing with people and situations instead of tasks and systems. And I really feel like becoming a leader was not just about managing project or performance. It was about learning to listen to complaints without fixing everything because you need to let them grow. It was realizing people don't always want the answers or want you to do the answer for them. Maybe they just want to be seen. And it was, feeling imposter syndrome even after being promoted because I didn't really have the experience, right? So definitely, even just within less than a year, I feel I grew a lot and learned a lot about myself after stepping into the management role. And I also think there are specific challenges for as a manager in Japan, maybe in other countries similar as well. Maybe you can comment if this is the same in your country. But I think especially in Japan, the first one is the player manager mode. So even I'm the people manager, I'm not just managing people. I'm still very much a player. I still do design review. I still do the actual design. Or to be honest, anything that is not everything that needs to be done and is not defined. I think it is due to a lot of with the lack of resource or proper operation model. And I think this is something I heard a lot from other UX managers in Japan as well. And this is in my situation as well. And the second one is the stuck in the middle. So it's kind of the sandwich role. I think in Japan, where hierarchy is very strong, being a middle manager means you're often the bridge and the buffer. So for me, I'm constantly balancing, advocating for my team, but then also try to align with leadership role, like someone or senior managers. I'm managing up, down, sideways, all at once. Actually, it's what Harrison mentioned as well. So actually, every week I think I have more than 10 one-on-one with like my team members, with business stakeholders, with POs, and also my manager. So for me, communication and building the relationship is actually quite crucial for my job. And the third one is alone at the top. I think especially for women. So there was a survey this year conducted in more than 26,000 companies in Japan, and then only 11.1% of female in the management role. So for many female leaders, you're probably the only woman in your reporting line. There's often no mentor or role model who understand your cultural or career context. So you could feel a little bit alone. And then also, I think for many companies, the lower management role is as high as you see someone who understands design. Like even for my company, I'm a US manager. My manager is not designers, and he didn't really understand much about design. So I really need to communicate and educate him on this matter so he could support me and understand what my team needs. So then the $1 million questions, to be or not to be. For me, I think leadership is hard, especially when you're still growing and still figuring it out and still trying to prove your team's worth. So as my honest reflection as the first year manager, the answer is I don't know. I can't say I like it. For me, it is very challenging. But then the same time, I don't hate it. I really feel that I have been challenged in ways I never been challenged before. And I grew and learned a lot about myself. And also leadership gave me something I see work didn't. Things like the chance to build culture, the chance to empower others, the chance to make a space for the team I wish I had. So yes, at least for now, I think I'll continue. Maybe you can ask me a couple years later. But for those considering stepping into US leadership role, maybe I can give you some tips as well. So the first one is everyone is a leader, or I should say everyone needs to be a leader. Leadership is not a title. Again, I think Harrison also mentioned about this. I heard a lot of designers say they just want to do design work. They love design. They don't want to do any management or admin work. But then people complain about there's no proper workflow or culture for designers in the company. But if we don't have leaders to build this workflow, to build this culture, we will not be able to do our work as designer. So that is why I say everyone needs to be a leader, whether you are actually in the position or not. And then the second thing, it is okay to not feel ready. I think most of us didn't. I feel I am still not ready, but I think you grow into the role, not before it, but through it. And the third one is don't just focus on the technical growth. I think design leadership is not just about the craft. It's really a lot about communication, strategy, solving the conflict, or coaching, visioning. So definitely try to focus on the soft skills, because soft skills often unlock bigger impact. And the fourth one is ask for support. Actually, this year, to be honest, I was going through this mental breakdown when things just got too hard. I was very stuck and didn't know what to do. But then I realized I wasn't alone. The resources there, I just need to ask. I have amazing design leader friends like Nicole, and I could ask for support and advice. I had a mentor who really helped me to see from different point of views. And even like last week, I was attending the Design Matter conference, and actually Harrison was one of the speakers there. So he gave really great talk and also good advice and share his thoughts. So I think you can build that support system and then just ask for help. I think asking for help it's a sign for strength. It is not a weakness. So yes, I hope my sharing is helpful for you when you're considered either IC or design leader. So thank you. And then, yes, this is very short. So definitely feel free to connect. I would love to chat and talk more. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vivian.